Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. 21 Savage, he speaks out. He says, F the streets. The streets is in an uproar. Do you think he got a right to say F the streets? Somebody put it in the comments. You got people doing time for the streets. People died for the streets. People living in the streets. The streets is always going to be here. And for someone that made it out the street to sit there and come back and say F the street, do you think that's saying, forget you suckers that I got your money from for coming to my concerts, buying my show, and y'all are clowns and stupid? That's the way it can be heard to some, so you understand. He done made it out now. He said, F the streets. I ain't got nothing to do with y'all. All right? You know this. You make audio, man. First, you got Charleston White spoke out about this, and he had a lot to say. I want y'all to listen to this, and y'all pull me up, because I'm one of those dinosaurs that, gave myself to the streets. So the streets mean something to me, so I look at this way different, because I want y'all to understand that you got sidewalk dudes and you got street dudes. Sidewalk men, street men. All right? Let's get it right. Just because you cross the street don't make you a street man. Just because you hung out on the corner and smoked a couple of, blunts or whatever with dudes that you went to school with that's on the street that's bout it, and then you go and make a record and now you're speaking about being on the street amongst the people and the men because you was out there with your man, you went to school that's bout it, but you not bout it. You were just crossing the street. You wasn't being a part of the street. And I'm not talking to nobody in particular. I'm just painting a picture so y'all understand. You understand? Because this is how a lot of rappers are created. While we locked up, we watching dudes from our neighborhoods all over the country, because I ran into Richard Pena from Louisiana. Richard Pena from Louisiana was telling me about, Cain and Abel and, the whole movement down there. About how when they came down from the Bronx, they became like his sons. Me and Richard Pena was in Lompoc together. We were a part of the street. And for someone to come along and say, F the streets, no one is promoting being a part of the streets. Let's get that right. I tell y'all all the time, don't go out there, don't break the law, don't do none of that. It ain't worth it. But if you do decide to think you tough enough to be out there and a part of them streets, know that there's rules to them streets. The rules is the deterrent. So for 21 Savage to say F the streets, and for all these young new generation fans coming up under his music, say, yeah, F the streets. And dudes is still on the streets doing what they're doing, living grimy. And you're telling them to just be savages amongst each other and don't have any guidance, any rules, any direction. Because you're taking it out when you say F the streets, because the streets got rules. You won't go to the prison to say that. You won't go in the hood and say that. Because I'm getting ready to show Honeycomb Brazy so you see what a dude from the hood really look like when a rapper speaks this. And I'm not picking sides. I'm just, speaking as an OG sitting in the middle, but I'm giving y'all both sides. But this is what I come home to, a man saying, forget me and me standing tall, because now it's F the street. So you're basically saying everybody that bought your records, streamed your records, went to your concert, bought your merchandise, whatever they did, you saying, I made my millions now. F you. That's plain as day what you're saying. I mean, all this back and forth everyone is doing, it's like you really throwing it in everybody's face, and that's why they have what they call the crab in the barrel syndrome, where they try and keep each one from getting out, because when that one get out, he's not reaching back to give a helping hand up to his brother. He's saying, F y'all. I made it. Nah, 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 nah. But like I said, there's two types. There's a street dude and there's a sidewalk dude. You know, sometimes it's best, and I'm telling you, it is best to stay on the sidewalk. We was forced into this life back in the day. We didn't have opportunities for jobs, schools, and not making no crying or none of that. But then here goes a substance that come amongst us that we could wear the flyest jewelry and be the best that we want to be from everything we've seen on these movies and TVs. And now we have a chance to do that by selling this product and putting our mind to it and organizing a team and wind up having a drug empire. But not even knowing that if we have done that legally, we could have built a vicious empire. But some say that's why they grabbed us when they grabbed us. But I want to hear what Charleston White got to say about this. 21 Savage saying, put your flag down.
Go, you out trying to shame Gunner. Now you can't shame Gunner. Gunner shame you. 21 Savage, we are not letting you off the hook that easy because your partner's told you broke weak, broke the code. Y'all never was no real street. Y'all been rapping, acting like y'all street. 6 months ago, you out trying to shame Gunner.
Now, that's what Charleston White got to say. That's what I'm saying, right? I don't know these brothers, but I know, Atlanta put in their work because I was with some real heavy hitters from down in Atlanta. So I already know Atlanta breed, mean men of the street. But for someone to make it out and say that and not even think of the reaction that may cause, because some could clearly understand what's being said when a man say, F you. That's like somebody saying, F your mother, F your girl. That hurts different than somebody say, F that car, F them sneakers. But now you talk about someone's loved one. And the same way some love their mother, their sisters, their daughters, their wives. Got those elite that love the streets like that too. And they married to the street. So when you tell them F the street, I'm talking about, I know men that's angry behind that. When you say F the street, you know what that's saying? That's saying, man, I done raped y'all and put my finger up in you and did what I wanted to do to you, and now I'm out of here. Forget you clowns. And we the ones that bought your music and streamed your songs and watched their video and bought your merch. I don't think you really realized what you said. You said it. So you was maybe just in a boastful moment, or maybe that's how you really feel. But that's how that really goes, so you understand. You got rappers speaking out about this a mile a minute because there's a lot of people that don't like it, Matter of fact, let's see what Honeycomb Brazy got to say about this, man. All right?
Fuck you niggas talking about fuck the street. Boy, I'm from the streets, boy. Man, I'm from the streets, nigga. I ain't from no suburb. Nigga, y'all ain't say fuck the suburb. You nigga, that who handling niggas. That who pin their feet on our neck. Nigga, the suburb, no white people stepping on our fucking face. You niggas talking about fuck the street. Nigga, we had to get out the mud. Nigga, y'all niggas tripping out there. Nigga, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want no understanding. I ain't got no understanding. Nigga, I ain't trying to get no clout with you niggas. None of that. I'm really me. I'm not clout chasing. Nigga, I'm really me, nigga. And I know y'all niggas stepping. Y'all killer. Y'all will do it. All y'all like that. And I'm ready to die. Nigga, I don't care. On my grandma, nigga, I don't care. I'm low.
Just so you understand, that's somebody that loves the street and married the street and don't think they don't exist, because I'm showing you watching this unplay in front of your very eyes. When I watch these young men up here, I know who's real and who's fake, and I don't come up here to, he's fake, he's this, he's that. I don't do that. I just try and reach the youth so they understand. But what 21 Savage said is 100% right. You know what I mean? F the street, but you can't be in the street and say F the street. You have to be out the street. Once you enter the street and you reap the benefits from the street, and then now you say F the streets, that's just saying F you. But if you was never in the street and somebody say, man, yo, come over here, let's do this in the street, you say, man, F them streets, because you already have your stance. But you can't play both sides. And it is best, F them streets. You don't need to be on them streets. Get out them streets. It's not worth it. I'm saying all of that. And I'm standing on that. Get out. I spent 26 years in federal prison because I didn't understand that. And now I'm trying to reach you by telling you the real. That's why I say don't do it. It ain't worth it. But if you choose to do it, know that there's rules to this. So for a man to come back behind that and say, F the streets, where are you going to stand on that anywhere? Do you know that there's men that you're not even going to know that's going to, hold a grudge and an emotion behind what you're saying, big bro? Let's see. Let's ride with Honey, man. All right? Let's ride. All right?
It up, do it, stand over me, hit me all in the head, boy. Y'all know I don't care about that shit, nigga. Y'all tripping. Fuck the street. Man, listen, my grandma from the street. Boy, my granddaddy died in the streets, boy. I told my granddaddy, grandma, I'm finna move y'all, man. Let's go, man. I got real smoke out here. That's what my grandma said. Man, we ain't going nowhere. Nigga, on blood. Nigga, they said we ain't.
And that's what I'm saying. I know back in the day, the first thing everybody said when they started getting money, I'm gonna move my moms out. I know dudes that made it, that's multi-millionaires, that mother's still in the hood because she said, this way I was born at, this way I was raised at, this way I'm gonna die at, and that's what it is. I don't need no big fancy house. All I need is Miss Shirley downstairs in the other apartment on the 2B, and I'm good with that. When you have real loyal friends, you don't uproot that and take that out and separate it and create all this, oh man, but you know where I'm coming from with that. So, I could see his grandmama and granddad saying, man, I ain't going nowhere, boy. Whatever you doing, you take your money, you go over there. This is where I belong. This is the space that I earned my spot in America at. And I'm comfortable with the little bit that I have. I understand you have a great deal and you're trying to share that with me, but no, I don't want that. And that's why that's such a sad way, rest in peace, that his grandparents went out. So I could understand his pain, but I see his realness in this 100. Let's see what he got to say, man. We riding.
Going nowhere. Fuck them nigga, we dying right here. That's where we from, nigga. We from that project. We from Happy Hill, nigga. We don't care about your money, boy. That's your money. Take your money, go do what you want to do with it. We ain't leaving this project. This is all we know, nigga. That's what my grandma told me. I'm like, damn, grandma, shit, man, this shit for real out here, man. Please let me. Boy, it is what it is. Boy, we dying together. We dying right here, niggas for life. Nigga, my grandma ain't say fuck the street, nigga. Nigga, when y'all was doing them little shows and shit, when all y'all niggas started popping out, get what y'all niggas doing? Hitting them motherfucking clubs up in Alabama. Nigga going to Texas and Florida. And get who coming to see y'all stupid ass nigga? The motherfucking streets, nigga. Y'all was charging $15K or $20,000 show. Who the fuck you think was coming to see y'all, nigga? The streets, nigga. Who you think pitch you niggas on the street?
Talk to him.
Nigga, what the fuck got you niggas doing? Oh, y'all got that paper now. Oh, y'all don't need the streets no more. I understand. It's cool. Y'all do y'all thing there, big man. You niggas the turk sour. You niggas the turk pussy, man. See how many niggas died of this shit? Read, I'm in the police killed niggas in the street. For nothing, I'm in the innocent black people got killed in the street. You gonna say fuck it, but y'all ain't saying fuck the police. Y'all ain't saying I go pose on Rollo. Boom. Me and Rollo found go and get with that boy 21. Jump in my DM. Boom. 09 Braves. Hey, that boy ain't right. He ain't it. I'm like, no, for real? Damn, Rollo telling like shit. He said, you gonna see what's going on. Ain't nobody fucking with him, baby. Ain't fucking with ain't nobody. I'm like, shit, I get to watching the internet trying to see what's going on. But I ain't from Atlanta, so I'm like, this some personal shit. I don't know what's going on. So I just don't take a nigga word. I'm like, man, this shit look kind of funny, though. I don't know. Like, okay. Them boy popped down on me. Everybody cut Rollo film going out. Little baby, everybody cut him out. Everybody, thug, everybody cut him out. But nah. Oh, we swept that under the rug, though, goddamn. We swept that under the rug. We gonna let Gunna get out, goddamn. That bitch rapping like a motherfucker. Gunna too hard, but we listen to that bitch. He can tell, fuck it, he been snitching. We know what's going on. We love Gunna. All right, cool. That's your people. That's y'all do y'all thing. You heard me? Do y'all motherfucking thing. Do y'all motherfucking thing, then. I'm straight. The fuck you nigga talking about? Fuck the street.
And that's what I'm talking about. You got people that feel a way about that. So when you say F the streets and you jump out there like that, like I said, right, let's put this out there. Let's start this movement. For all you rappers that say F the streets, which is the right thing to say, but not after you done rape the streets. So all you rappers that done rape the streets, that saying F the streets as moving on that positive movement, and I agree it's a positive movement. Now, give back a portion of that money to the people in the hood to give them an alternative to stay away from the streets. Build a recreation center out there, Give money to a local organization to create jobs and programs for the youth out there. Give that money back. If you feel that strongly about it, give all that money back and start over as a citizen, being that you're saying now you're a citizen after you done rape the streets to become who you think you are now. So y'all put in the comments what y'all think about this, man, because that's deep. Like I said, give back all your wealth that you got from raping the streets, from all the street love you got, from the same streets that you now saying F the streets. F crime, F all of that, F breaking the law, we got that. But when you say F the streets for people that lived and died for the street, there's rules to the street. Obviously, you wasn't from the street if you don't understand it. There's rules to this. We know when we elevate past our youngins and we know better than to do this and that. We try and tell them, but they're not trying to hear it because where they're at down here, they're comfortable. So me up here, you up here, trying to come down to here to bring him up here. He's not coming up here until he's ready to elevate, period. And that's where Honeycomb Brazy's at. He's living and dying for the street. He's still outside. And he claiming it and stamping it. And I hope this don't get ugly where, you know, the sidewalk side that tried to be gangsters come crossing paths with the real gangsters, and then now everybody's out there doing something to each other, and that's what we're trying to prevent. 21 Savage, you need to clean that up. I think you need to be a little more specific. I don't think you meant it that way. I don't think you meant it that way, you know? Because I listened to him and I heard him speak when Gunner came home. He was talking to someone on a YouTube video, very intelligent brother. So I don't think he meant it that way, but I think you need to really go up here and hold a whole conversation with the people to calm it down before it escalates. But this right here, this like in a prison, it could jump off like this. That quick, everybody could lose their lives and we all going to funerals. And that's what we're trying to prevent. So I think you need to really come up here and specify and clarify what you meant when you said F the streets. You know? Because I agree with F all that street activity. Ain't none of us supposed to be out there breaking the law. We're supposed to respect other people's property. We're supposed to respect other people in general, and we're supposed to respect other people. So I'm all for that F the streets, you know? But you can't be in the street and you breaking all these laws, and then now when you get caught up, then now it's best to say, oh, F the streets, or you done made all these millions and moved up in a mansion and looking down on your people and snub your nose and say, yo, F y'all. You know, I done took everything you got. Y'all put in the comments, let me know where you at. All right?
Cheers, 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 the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions is a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block. Did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spent a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust down. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yard, so we can give back to the